Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this Friday morning, trying to get everything together before it hits down on the time to get started. Just always good about getting us started on time, and he's great help. We would not be able to do Panhandle Outdoors without Jeff Peck. Shout out to him. Let's get started with our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hardworking crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs as it's comfortable all week long. High today 86, low 64. I mean, just great. It's interesting to watch the fogs in the morning. It's sort of foggy in some areas because of the instability of the temperature, but it's really great weather. Hope you get a chance to take advantage of it. Our high today, like I say, it's been that way all week long. Next week's going to be the same thing. I know it's dry. Y'all don't be burning outside. I've got a stack of wood I need to burn. I just not going to do it right now because it's too dry. But y'all be careful burning those leaves and all. A lot of y'all rake them up. Water temperature 77. River reading brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Looking at the Apalachicola Brunchdown, 4.5. The Choctaw Carabelle at 2.2. Both rivers are low. A great weekend to just get out on a boat and ride down those rivers. The fishing game forecast, let's go ahead and do that. It's brought to us by Blue Water Outrigger, 6:45 to 8:45 this morning, and this evening 7:08 to 9:08. I was thinking the other day this would be great night for floundering, but it's not in season. So I mean, if you want to go out there and just look for them and scout them out for next year, you can. But these nights, these cool nights like this, man, the flounder is really good. But don't do it; they're out of season. We need to look at the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good tide today. High this morning at 328 and low at 330. I've been watching them all week. The low tide has been like in the middle of the afternoon, which means these morning tides are really strong. A good time, if you're going to fish, it'd be good fishing in the mornings of this week and next week. Okay? Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, I know y'all excited. No, everyone y'all put it on the calendar next week, a week from tomorrow. It's going to be, here it is, Camp Seclusion, the second annual squirrel tournament. It's going to be a $125 team entry, and it shows where the money goes. They're paying for 5 places, highest dress weight without the heads. Folks, this is something else. You just go see this. And there's Pat Bryant's number right there. 229-220-7487, or Gator Bryant at the other number there. So we got to check in at 2 p.m. I'll be up there. I'll be first of all looking for something to eat, and there's always food around places like that. But I'm looking for the fun and the fellowship and just a unique experience in the Florida Panhandle to actually go to a squirrel tournament. I want to thank Pat Bryant and all that. There's a group of them that put that on, and they have that youth division, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll have some video from them. If you get a chance, get up there and support them. Some really good stuff going on. Now let's get to some fishing right here. Here we go. I love this. Okay, here we go. This is Sammy Hanna, caught his personal best on September 27th with a red soft bait worm and a Zebco 202. Okay, 2.33 pounds, 18 inches. He asked for you to put it on the show so his grandpa, David Farley, would see it. So here we go. Here's our pictures right here. Is that not a classic? There's a great set of pictures here. Congratulations. Look at that big old smile on his face. He'll always remember that. I thought, this is my funny one here, the dogs. He's a dog. How many times do we see that with young people and fish and a dog? Good job. I'm proud of you. Now I know Grandpa, look here, wait it out, make sure it's illegal. Wait it out, and there it is. What a great memory. Okay, now this is, I just mentioned this about Pat Bryant on the squirrel tournament, and they still have, the raffles are still open. This 24 by 24 foot pole barn, they still have raffle tickets. Here it is right here. The benefit Camp Seclusion, and it's $20 per ticket, and still have some tickets left over. So if you want to get a chance to get that, that'd be great. This is interesting, not local, but this is from the storm, and we can identify with it. This is in Sarasota, okay? Positive things sometimes come out of negatives. This is Midnight Pass in Sarasota. It was closed by man in 1983. I don't know how they did it. They just got some dump trucks and closed it up for developers. Okay, that's basically what it was. They wanted to just sell some land there. So that's what it was in 1983. But then guess what? In September, it busted through. Nature just busted it through. Look at all the people walking around looking and say, what in the world is going on? Well, nature restored itself. And here it is, a couple of weeks later. Is that not beautiful? You can go in and out there in your kayak and your boat and just go way back in there instead of being shut off by some greedy developer. So that's cool. I want to share that with you. This is a great story. One of my former students, this is Greg Gladden. He's decided he got a college education, but he went ahead and became a full-time fisherman. He's complete inshore charters. Okay, so he's going fishing with his wife. Okay, this past tarpon season, I called Lee after a long day of fishing and told her to get the kids' life jackets on and meet me at the dock. About 15 minutes after picking the family up, Lee and I were double up on a big tarpon. I pretty quickly jumped mine off and tended to our 3 kids while she kept composure and had her fish to the boat in a short time. Some friends of ours were close enough to grab this picture of us, which I cherish. I felt like I wanted to extend the memory a little further than the awesome picture, so I called up Great Trophy Fish Mounts, and the rest is history. And here's what we're talking about. They hooked up on 2 big tarpons. See, Greg was out fishing that day, and he knew the tarpons all over the place. He called his wife and said, get the kids ready, we're going. So we got in from a fishing trip and took the family back out. They both hooked up, and she hooked this one. And then, I mean, is that a classic picture? Then he got it mounted. Look at that mount. Is that not, I mean, that's a perfect replica. He got it hanging on the wall there. That's her first tarpon. Good job, Lee. I know y'all are proud of it. And I wanted to congratulate y'all. And that's the thing about when you're fishing, that story is heartwarming to me in many ways. There's somebody I know, and he's doing some family stuff, and he's reading nature. He's out there. It all sort of came together. And he's got a great memory and all, but that's what happens when you're out on the water and things happen. And you know, those tarpon are not there every day, but when they're out there, they're there. And Greg knew that, and I thought that was so cool. We got 3 kids now. That's something else. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're going to do something a little bit different for a couple of minutes now. I know I don't do politics on the show, but I just feel very strong about a couple of these amendments. And you know, we've been talking about Amendment 2, about the the right to hunt and fish. We've covered that pretty well. And you know where I stand on that. I'm going to jump on Amendment 3, okay, real quick, because I want to show this right here. Mitzi Prater, a good friend of ours, a powerful panel discussion this morning. This was Wednesday morning. Florida's First Lady, Casey DeSantis, one of the people there. The truth was divulged on Amendment 3 concerning marijuana use, which is on a ballot. So here, basically, it was a great panel discussion. It was really something driven home by, I'm not going to read all of it. The marijuana, I'll just talk through it. The marijuana of the, really the 90s, it had 5% of the THC in it. Now it's got about 15 to 30%. It's coming on really strong. Here's one of the big deals. There's only one big company pushing it. Folks, they have spent over $100 million. Their budget was like $80 million, but they've spent over $100 million on advertising, mainly on TV. I know you saw the 2 sheriffs advertising. Well, the Sheriff's Association really mad at them. You got 2 sheriffs out of 67 counties, and of course they're, you know how that goes. They're getting paid for all that. Now they're saying that it's going to make it safe, but what they've done in Colorado, when they passed it, there's a black market that developed because you got to pay taxes on what you buy at the store. So you pay taxes, which is going to make it high. So the black market comes in. It's going to be controlled by China. It's amazing what's going on behind the scenes. Another thing too, this company with $100 million, they actually wrote the amendment. They put in there so you cannot be their company cannot be sued if someone has an accident for being high on marijuana that they sold from that company. Also, they're saying the money's going to education. That's baloney. There's nowhere in there says that money's going to education. They're just trying to brainwash people to do it. And here's what the First Lady was talking. She was at the ballpark the night before. Her little boy was playing baseball, and she was saying, you know, I could have been at the ballpark, and there could have been, you know, all be smelling marijuana all just permeating through, and you know how it smells, and it's just, and it's going to be public. It'll be walking down the street, going to the beach, going to schooners and sitting out there. You're going to smell marijuana. I mean, walking down the beach, that smell. You go to the boat ramp and take the family out, go for, you know, peaceful nature thing at the end of the boat ramps. You're going to be that smell. So it just goes on. The black market, a bunch of lies, just the quality of life. So I wrote down some other things. Also, they put in there, individual can't grow it. They got to buy it from that company. So it's a strong statement. Here's the folks on that panel. I mean, okay, right, real quick, the lady on the end, she's a pediatrician from Pensacola with 30 years experience, and talking about how the medical marijuana, how the little gummies and all, she's treating kids with really severe problems. Of course, Tommy Ford is strong against it. That's the First Lady. That's the Surgeon General next to her, Mark McQueen, a school superintendent, and the lady on the end was talking about how marijuana was in her life, and that was her gateway drug. They always start a little bit doing that, then she goes to meth and then cocaine, and then she got hooked and went through about a year-long treatment program. She's doing great now. So anyway, I feel very strong about it, amendments 2, 3, and 4. So yes, no is how Winston Chester's going to vote. I don't mind telling people about that. So I want to move on to outdoor stuff. I just, you know, this is my show. And I just want to tell people how I feel. I just feel like our community standards, our way of life, our quality of life will definitely be impacted. The people coming in that's moving here, the First Lady said the people coming down from Colorado is moving here are saying you guys can't go anywhere, shopping or anywhere without that smell just being all throughout the air in Colorado. That's why a lot of them are moving, okay? All right, now let's go. Getting ready to go fishing. This is what you do the night before. You get those fishing rods together, and you start getting a good bond with them. Moving on. This is true. Hunting rule number 1: you don't kill it if you're not going to eat it, and that is so true. I've always believed that. I was taught that. Look, this is interesting. I'm going to cover this in the report. It's that time of year. Silver trout are stacking up at a DuPont Bridge right there. That's some good eating, folks. Really, that pier right there, Parker, is ideal. I'm going to class lunch today. I'm going to take this to some of my classmates. At some point, it stops being a birthday cake and starts becoming a fire hazard. I'm going to take that to them. Marcus, okay, he caught this snook in Apalachicola. Hi, Coach. I'm a huge fan of the show. Just thought I'd share this exciting catch with you. This snook was caught and released in the Apalachicola Bay. With winter fast approaching, he better get back home quickly. Definitely wish him safe travels. As a guide and lifelong angler here, I've spoken with a multitude of anglers, and this may be the only documented catch release of this species in the Apalachicola Bay. And maybe add it to your show and get some input from your viewers. Thanks, Coach. Keep up the good work. And this is from Marcus Stratton. And I have this video. I'm going to show it. Right, here it is. And then right after that, listen, Marcus, I got this right after that. Winston, fishing behind Shell Island, and caught my first ever bonefish and put up a great fight. And that's Stephanie. Okay, good job, Stephanie. So here we got both of these guys here, a girl and a guy, both caught a snook. One, Marcus caught it at Apalachicola. I'm gonna have that little video later. But let's move on. But that's amazing. Kevin Lee Eifert, Dennis and I fished the Emerald Coast Redfish Championship Series yesterday. This was last week. Tough fishing conditions, managed to finish 3rd. We were able to hold off Joe and Ethan Myers to win Team of the Year. Congratulations, the Eifert brothers. So here's the trophies. Good job. I'm proud. These guys love fishing. They have they're auto mechanics over there on East Avenue, and they do a great job, great business, work hard, and love fishing. Look at the rewards. Good job. job, the Alfred brothers. That was the Florida Redfish Series, started in 2020, and they fish it on a regular basis. And here they paid out. I checked this out. They paid out over. This is sort of local here, and in this area, paid out $235,000 in cash, plus prizes. So if you want to think about getting into it next year, go online, look up the Florida Redfish Series. Good job there. We're talking about a squirrel tournament. Benny Barnes, folks, the mullet are out there. Benny's a good fisherman, got his cast net and filled up the ice chest right there. Good job, Benny. The only thing I didn't get a call from you. Let's check out those rows. One quick fall picture. I thought this was cute. Look at how that's all stacked up. I love the creativity in the fall decorations. My buddy David Rich down there at Rich's IGA in Weewah, he caught this a week ago on the full moon on ivory soap. Is that not cool? Is that a huge catfish? Good job, David. Big old smile on the face. And I'm going to show Cody Carroll and the Carroll family. I'm going to show them later because they got a bunch of fish. We're going to need to do a drawing. Okay, we'll move on. We got all kinds of exciting things coming up. We'll talk about that fishing with the Carroll family later. Okay, here we go. $20 gift certificate. Going to pull it out of here. Okay, all the way. This is Brent Donner from the Lowdown Lazy Loser Fishing Club at Compass Lake. He's got it all written here. Brent Donner from the Lowdown Lazy Loser Fishing Club at Compass Lake. I like that name, Brent. So get you $20 worth of fish and you want to be lazy, just go cook it. And the big red snapper is going to, from Howard Creek, Jerry Vickers. A lot of folks at Howard Creek watch Panhandle Outdoors. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to take a quick break and I'll be right back with a famous Friday fishing forecast. Okay, welcome back and welcome to the famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Jessica Lean Insurance and Financial Group, and also Matt Andrews of Hammer Down Construction, two great sponsors there, and I appreciate them. They really do a good job as far as in their vocation. So get a chance to do some business with them, we would all appreciate it. The first thing I want to talk about right now, and I've seen so many pictures of it, and I know this time of year, is there's the clarity of the water along the beaches and up in the bay system, because we haven't had any rain, and it's naturally somehow every year in the fall the water clarity is just beautiful, and without and it's been that way the past week or so, and continues that way. So this weekend, if you get a chance, and the rivers, if you get a chance to get in your boat and take off down the river and just, like I say, ride around looking at the colors of the trees, even if you don't have time to go fishing, you take a boat ride down the river, back up. It's always best to go upriver first and then go down second in case your boat breaks down. So if you get a chance to do that, we always we go upriver first in the mornings, and in case and back then the boat would break down on occasion. I also wrote down, you saw the silver trout over there at the bridge, at DuPont Bridge. That's going to be some good fishing, which goes along with the whiting, also in the surf. Choctaw River, I checked on it. Catfishing is good. We're looking forward next week to the big fish fry they're having. The Bent Rod Fishing Club is having a big fish fry next Thursday up there in the Funiac, and we plan to attend. So be ready, JB. The bay, what's going on in the bay system, of course, the mullet, and just a lot of redfish being caught. Every year we talk about the redfish in the fall, and it's been really strong in all the bay systems. I said the flounder, remember flounder is out of season, so if you catch one, you got to let it go. But they're starting a little migration out to the water, so be aware of that. They're a lot of fun to catch. They're interesting to catch too, because you're fishing on the bottom. So be aware of that. Surf fishing, wrote down. Make sure that you get a chance to go pompano fishing this next 2 weeks or so. The end of October, the 1st of November, in this area is where it's strong. Now in the west area, it's already, they're coming through from Escambia County on down, but this is really strong. St. George Island, I don't talk about it enough. Get a chance to go to St. George Island. Let's just zoom in on it. Go across the bridge here, it's open. Go down to the state park and fish in these areas right in here. This is some of Ned Maxwell and some of those folks go down there, right, park your car, and that's just a great natural beach. And I'm so thankful the state of Florida has made that a state park. that natural area. Let's talk a minute about bridge fishing. All throughout the area, the bridges are going to be in good shape. People keep asking me, have the sheepheads started coming in? It's that close. I haven't seen any catches, but it's about that time of year for the sheephead to be hitting the pilings all along our bridges throughout the Panhandle. So be aware of that. Catching drum and also catching some, I had a picture of a trout being caught at one of the bridges, but they're not predominant in those areas. Location-wise, let's go to San Andrew Bay System real quick. The Spanish mackerel, I've already gotten through here, not many Spanish left. The big concentration now, like I start over here in West Bay, will be this area right in here where the creeks are. There's good redfish in there. This point right here at West Bay, see right there in the middle of the screen right there. I talk about that a lot. Okay, then coming on down here to East Bay. East Bay has been very productive. If you get a chance to go along the Intercoastal Waterway and just for a boat ride or something, it's really pretty. And Lake Wimico, let's mention Lake Wimico. I haven't talked about Lake Wimico lately because it's been, but the bass fishing, there's been some good bass tournaments going on. Lake Wimico has been really good. River fishing, the catfish is good. Speckled perch is good. Also, if you get a chance to go jug fishing, we talked about that last week or so, for some catfish in Georgia, not in Florida. If you get a chance to do that, y'all take advantage of it. Just so many opportunities. The big thing, like I said, this time of year, we just have beautiful weather. The woods are beautiful, the water's clear. And this is when it's great to be in the Florida Panhandle. The weather's nice, it's not too hot, not too cold. And my favorite time of the year is October, November. So here we are. So if you get a chance to get out and do some things, do that. And send the pictures. Y'all are so good about sharing pictures and giving little stories. I still got some stuff I haven't shown today. I didn't have time, so next week we'll get caught up on some of the things we're showing. Y'all have a great weekend. Do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.